Hey there everybody, Pete Pardo here. Welcome to another edition of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility, the show where we talk about some really cool new releases that have come out in the realms of heavy metal. All forms of heavy metal: power metal, progressive metal, death metal, black metal, thrash metal, classic metal, progressive rock, jazz fusion. We cover a lot of ground here on the channel. Classic hard rock, some classic rock as well. Today we're going to take a look at the brand new Frontiers Records release from Germany's progressive metal titans Vanden Plas, the Ghost Xperiment-Illumination. Okay, so this is actually the sequel, the follow-up to 2019's the Ghost Experiment. I was going to say the Ghost American, the Ghost Experiment Awakening. All right, so 1 year later they've come back, almost a year, it's almost like to the day, they've come back with the sequel. So another really, really great album. Let's kind of take a look at this here. So there you've got the really cool album cover. Take a look at the booklet here. All right, we've got lyrics, pictures of the guys in the band. There's Andy Kuntz, right? Lead singer extraordinaire, songwriter. All right, I'll list all the guys separately in a second. There's the full shot of everyone. All right, pretty cool stuff. So here we got Andy Kuntz on vocals. You've got Stefan Lill on guitar. You got Gunther Werno on keyboards. Andreas Lill on drums. Andreas actually appeared on the program here a couple of weeks ago. And Torsten Reichert on bass. Killer album. Again, continues the story, this kind of like supernatural ghost story that they have created with the first album, continuing the story of Gideon Grace. He's the main character in this storyline. It's this whole kind of really cool paranormal tale. So if you're into like ghost stories and you like big bombastic progressive metal, you really can't go wrong here. It's just an amazing album. It sounds great. So we've got 7 regular tracks. If you get the CD, you get a bonus track. And we've got When the World is Falling Down kicks it off. Big, symphonic, energetic, lots of keyboard and guitar solo trade-offs throughout this album. If you love that style of progressive metal, fast and furious, symphonic, cinematic, lots of soloing, just absolutely amazing vocals. You get that in spades on this album. You get Under the Horizon, another really good, vibrant song, great drumming, really catchy vocal harmonies on this album. I mean, Andy is such a talented singer, and lots of really cool riffing going on here. You got Black Waltz Death. That's a little more of a kind of like a grinder, a little bit heavier riffs going on that song. You got the Lonely Psychogon, whatever the hell a Psychogon is, right? Another cool song. Fatal Arcadia is probably the album that I would point people to if you want to hear all the sick playing going on, right? So if you love like the really intricate, heavy, lots of guitar and keyboard synth things going back and forth around each other and all that kind of stuff like Dream Theater does, like Symphony X does, you definitely got to check out Fatal Arcadia. You got the Ouroboros, another really cool dramatic song, lots of great vocals, right? Really cool instrumental passages. And then Ghost Engineers finishes off the album in really cool fashion. They have a great way of kind of ending albums with lots of drama, yet totally melodic, right? Really, really cool. And then you got a bonus track, which is called Krieg Kent Kein Sieger, I guess. Right, so that's a little thing they throw in at the end. Pretty cool as well. So yeah, it's just a really, really good album. And it's just amazing when you look at the career of Vanden Plas. They have never released a weak album. Every album is such a major, major undertaking. Almost every album they've done, for the most part, has been a concept album. If you dig progressive metal, if you love concepts, all right, these big overblown concept albums with just some sick playing, absolutely amazing vocals, lots of hooks, the whole 9 yards, and these albums sound so polished. Like so amazing. They're so melodic, and this album, it's roughly about an hour long. The first part of this little story thing here, the first part of the concept album, which came out last year, was a little bit of a shorter album for them. Most of their albums are pretty jam-packed, 60 to 79 minutes or something like that. This one's roughly about an hour. So between the two albums, you got, a good hour and 45 minutes or so. right? So it's about 90 plus minutes of really cool progressive metal from one of Germany's best, Vanden Plas, the Ghost Experiment, Part 2, right? So we got, first off, we had Awakening and now Illumination. Get them both. Get them both. Listen to them back to back. Really good stuff. If you've never listened to Vanden Plas before, I would say, hey, start off with these last two. They're amazing. You could always go check out one of my favorites from them, Christ O, or Christ Zero. It's based on the Count of Monte Cristo. That's a really, really good concept album as well, but all their albums are really, really good. They've just been doing this for so long. So good, so consistent. I love them. So check this out. Brand new from Vanden Plas on Frontiers Records. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We can read the full review of this album, track by track. Also, check us out on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, but of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. So coming up over the next couple days. So, you know, we got the holiday season coming up. I'm going to be taking a bunch of time off from the day job. So I got more time to do a little bit of this stuff. So you've got tomorrow, Steve Keeler, Rich Catino joining myself, where we're going to each talk about our 10 favorite thrash albums of all time. That's coming up tomorrow. Monday, Martin Popoff and I are going to be ranking the catalog of Faith No More. Also next week, Martin and I are getting back together again to rank the catalog, the studio albums of Accept. More German metal, right? Can't get enough German metal around here these days. We've got a great show coming up Monday night with the Hudson Valley Squares. All right, you don't want to miss it. We're doing an actual kind of like a game show on Monday night, so you got to check that out. It's going to be awesome. Also, favorite guitar solos, Frank Marino, coming up also on Monday with special guest, two Sea of Tranquility alumni, Mike Blackburn and Ryan Sparks, both from the Great White North. Both know Frank very well, so we're all three of us are going to talk about our favorite Frank Marino guitar solos. What else we got coming up? Man, there's more, but I'm just forgetting it all right now. More rankings, more new product shows, all sorts of stuff. I got to get to the new Redemption Live. We got a brand new reissue of Bebop Deluxe's Axe Victim. We got the new Pyramaze. We got new live archival Outlaws live album. We got Stephen Reed and I are going to rank the new Cats in Space. Whoops, man, this is a killer album. That's coming up also sometime over hopefully the next few days or so. So a lot of stuff happening here, guys. A lot of stuff. Hope you liked the Rob Halford interview. I totally dug that. Oh, speaking of interviews, more interviews happening. Todd Sucherman, the drummer from Styx, coming on the show next week as well. And there's a couple others that I'm kind of working on. So we'll see how that all kind of transpires. So don't touch that dial. Make sure you subscribe. If you like what you see, please click on the Ko-Fi link below. Make a donation to the channel. Everything you do is very much appreciated. Let some of the ads run if you don't mind. That'll also help us a little bit to bring some income in on the channel here to keep all this stuff going, to get more inventory to talk about, to bring more guest stars in, to just, everything that happens here. So thanks, everybody. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.